we are hitting the ground running, and so it's been a fast track, but we're so excited. We are absolutely on time. We are breaking ground today. They usually say it's about 10 months to 12, depending on how weather goes, right, for construction. So we're really hoping to be open by next summer, June, July probably, of next summer. So for sure, by July of next summer, we expect to have our doors open. The key elements are all there. So we'll have a gym, we'll have a pool, we'll have a lap pool and a leisure pool, we'll have a splash pad, we'll have fitness center rooms, we'll have private training rooms, a community center room, we'll have a kids stuff, which is drop-off childcare area, we'll have locker rooms, all the things you would expect to see at any YMCA, walking, running track. It's going to be a wonderful facility.
This area right here over a decade ago was set aside for our community center, and so it was a decade ago that City Council put this in place, and we just get to ride the glory of having it actually happen. The really great thing that I see for the YMCA is all the employees it hires from the local area, and we have people that are working right outside their back door. They have more time to spend with their families, volunteer at their churches and at their schools, and in any of the service organizations. So really, having people work in the same community that they live in just pays dividends going forward.
Well, I think you look at every community that has a YMCA, it enhances the physical fitness of the community, and that's being a physical education teacher all those years for the school, and then I also co-chair the Childhood Obesity Working Group at the Capitol, where we want to make sure that we have the correct standards for physical fitness in our schools. This can only help that area in terms of physical fitness, not just for the students, but for the family as a whole.
A great day for the city of Forest Lake, for the surrounding communities, and it's a great day for all families and adults and seniors that we serve. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Sharna Brox. I'm the Executive Director of the YMCA in Forest Lake, and I am welcoming you today, and we'll be introducing some of our speakers. I've been with the YMCA for about 19 years. I've done many different roles in the YMCA, love my career with the Y, and have been so fortunate to be with them this long. It is an honor that I get to be one of the executives and one of the leadership team and one of the community that will be working on opening up this YMCA. Today we break ground for a new state-of-the-art facility that will serve our dynamic and diverse community, and I thank you all. Please make sure that you check our drawings that we have of the facility. Due to the wind, we couldn't have them up for a long time, but we'll make sure that they're up at the end for anyone who wants to see all of the wonderful things that we'll have in the facility. We also have sweat towels, which I'm guessing could be very useful right now. So they're over there. Please take one today to remember this day by. We also have plenty of cold drinks. I know CPR and first aid, but would prefer not to do it. So please make sure you stay hydrated. All right, well, with that, I am going to start our program by inviting Kathy Bystrom. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about Kathy. Kathy works for Fairview. She was a board member for the YMCA in Lino Lakes prior to now being the chair of the board for the YMCA in Forest Lake. And we are so thrilled to have her. She's very community-oriented and has just been a huge champion for us. And so without further ado, Kathy Bystrom.
I, too, would like to welcome everyone here today. What an incredible crowd. I think when I chatted with Sharna and said, how many do you expect? She said, well, you know, these don't usually have a real great turnout. You know, it's hard to judge, but judging by the size of this group, I would say this is a huge success. Yeah. Woo! I, too, would like to welcome everybody and thank Sharna and the board and the city of Forest Lake, both our current mayor and council members and our former mayor and council members for their vision and their leadership in getting this done. It's been a long time coming in this community, and it's finally here, and I am honored to be associated with it for sure. About 60 years ago, two teenage boys attended their first of many YMCA programs, an overnight camp. It was there that they learned skills and developed attributes that they would carry into adulthood. Leadership, problem solving, perseverance, cooperation, and a love of the outdoors, to name a few. They speak highly of their experiences to this day and credit the YMCA for building on the solid foundation their parents laid for them. They are both avid outdoorsmen, and they cite positive experiences at the Y as a major factor in the development of their love for and appreciation of the outdoors. They are both successful businessmen, now retired, of course, but they reflect on the leadership, perseverance, and problem-solving skills they learned as Y campers and ultimately as Y counselors as a factor in their success. They frequently mention that the values learned at home, values such as integrity, courage, respect, and honesty, were consistently modeled and reinforced by YMCA staff. These adults were important role models and mentors to them. These teenage boys are my brothers. They speak often about the Y's positive impact on them during those formative years. But this is only one of the many stories. As a Y board member, I hear about the impact of the Y in the lives of others every day. The individual or family in need that was able to participate in Y programs at low or no cost because of the generous contributions of Y supporters during the annual giving campaign. Or the child who feels safer and more confident in the water as a result of their swimming lessons. Or the pre-diabetic on a downward health spiral who, because of their participation in the Y's diabetes prevention program, is no longer at high risk for full-blown diabetes. Or the older adults participating in the Silver Sneakers program who have found a community at the Y and are no longer living in isolation. This is a great day for Forest Lake and surrounding communities. The same opportunities afforded to my brother and so many others, opportunities that have clearly had a deep and lasting impact on each and every one of them, are now available right here in our own backyard. Yes, it's a great day, and I'm grateful to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you again. And up next, I'm going to introduce Glenn Gunderson. Glenn was named the CEO of the YMCA of the Greater Twin Cities in 2012. Glenn made it a top priority to collaborate with communities and help them meet the needs of their residents. Thank you, Glenn, for working with the city to make this collaboration happen and this dream a reality. So with that, let's invite Glenn to the podium.
Thank you. It is great to be in Forest Lake, and I want to thank all of the folks that have had such a big impact on this community coming together and our community now forming around a YMCA in Forest Lake. First of all, thank you to Mayor Steve Stegner. I'll be announcing or introducing him, bringing him up in a few minutes, but thank you, Steve. Thank you, City Council. It does, in fact, take a village to get these things done. So Brian and the RJM construction team, so excited to work with you on bringing this facility to reality. So thank you, Brian and RJM Construction. And we're blessed to have a very visionary architectural team working on this project to bring the best possible value to Forest Lake. Mohammed and Keon from LSE Architects. Thank you, guys. And to YMCA staff and our community board members who are already committing their time and their talents, their resources to make this place something special for our community. We know in this day and age, our youth and our families need support. They need that village. They need the ability to have someone to turn to help drive character values, to help point them in a great direction, to give them mentoring and support as they grow up through difficult circumstances. And the Y is a place where that type of activity can be fulfilled, and it's only going to happen with the strength of those volunteers. The Y is a volunteer-led organization. And so I also want to thank our board members who are in attendance today. Mr. Dave Wickman, who is our board chair for the Twin Cities YMCA. Placing a YMCA in this community is far beyond just adding to the options for an individual for fitness or for swim or for recreational activity. This can be a hub, a community center that Forest Lake has longed for so long. And in fact, it's the programming that we can do even outside of the four walls of the Y that I know will be the most important and the most valuable around helping kids with academic achievement, helping them stay out of trouble, and having just a great, safe place to be. So thank you so much, all of you that have had a big impact on this coming to life. We look forward to the walls going up on this building and can't wait to grand open. And with that, I'd love to have Mayor Steve Stegner come on up and share some remarks. Thank you.
First of all, I'd like to recognize a couple of people in the audience here. First of all, we have Susan Young from the last council. Wave to everyone, Susan. And then we have Ben Winnick way in the back. Susan and Ben were on the council as they moved the YMCA forward. Some people think the YMCA just kind of popped up and there was a little bit of controversy over it. Actually, over a decade ago, this area was specifically identified as the place we wanted a community center. The land was, as a master plan was set here, because in a decade from now, the YMCA will be surrounded by homes. And the reason it's so important for the YMCA to be here in this location is this is going to be a hub for not only the community center, as Glenn said, because truly this is where the community is going to come together, they're going to connect, and they're going to get that exercise in the middle of the winter that so few of us get without traveling somewhere warm. Trust me, I know I've been exercising recently, and it's not as fun as it sounds. But really, it's been a long process, and I think the process actually is a good one. The YMCA is starting on time, and I really believe that we have the best YMCA possible because of the process we went through. It's great that it's right here next to the service center, and it's great that we're going to have the facility that we can all be proud of. It comes from the design and the pictures that we have that the YMCA worked so diligently with the past council to get move forward. But truly, this is something that I appreciate as we move forward. I'm here to roll up my sleeves and create the best partnership possible with the YMCA and the city of Forest Lake. And that deserves a round of applause, just so you know, because thank you. I often have to cue people when to applaud, but in all seriousness, I do see this is going to be our community center that we've longed for so long. It'll be a meeting place for our community members, and the YMCA has already proved to be that great partner, opening up meeting spaces as soon as they open for people without memberships. And I think that that's so important to have a space where everybody can congregate. So the other thing that I just love about the YMCA coming into Forest Lake, it's so near to my heart, is they're going to employ so many people right here. The employment in our community is really critical to our employment, to our success of our community. My personal story is I was self-employed in Forest Lake since before my children were born, so I was able to volunteer every single week at my kids' school. If I worked in the cities, there's no way that I'd be able to share that time with my kids. And I did that when they were in kindergarten, first grade, not so much in second grade, but I was the parent that was at all the field trips with them. And that has made more of an impact in my life moving forward than probably anything else that I could have done with them. So my point is, having employment for our residents here in Forest Lake allows them to volunteer in their churches and their schools and with the service organizations. And that is invaluable when it comes to helping our community grow and be as good as it sounds. So I just want to thank the Y for coming, and I want to thank you folks for giving me the opportunity to talk here today. Have a great day.
Now we are going to do our groundbreaking ceremony, which will include our community leaders, our Y Community Board members, and some team members here. So before we take our official groundbreaking photos, I just want to say thank you again for coming today. I hope you'll stick around for the photos, and please make a point to sign our memory pages and make a wish for our YMCA. There's plenty of food. Please stick around and chat and enjoy this day. And those I'd like to call up to come behind the fence with us to take some photos would be our city council members, our Y board members, Glenn and Chad, our architects and contractors, and any children who would like to participate. Thank you so much again, and have a wonderful day.
1, 2, 3.